Oh, remember I showed you a few days ago the Chinese New Year decorations in my town mall? Okay, they have switched out the decorations. They were up for a little while, but they switched them out. And now we have decorations for Raya. Okay, so Raya is a 2-day celebration at the end of Ramadan, and it's coming up, right? We're in Ramadan right now. And look at this big moon. I don't know the proper word for it, so please excuse my ignorance. But it's pretty. I love all the colors. And I love being in a place where they celebrate. They have so many celebrations because they have 3 main ethnic groups here. So there's always something being celebrated. And I just love it because the stores, the malls, everything, they decorate everywhere. So, yep, Raya. And so all these are going to be booths here. Like they have the name of the company, Brownie Munch. So they're going to have vendors here at each station. And then when we walk around, that's going to be somebody's there and there. So when we walk around, yeah, they're setting up still. But I just like the colors of everything. It looks so pretty. Gonna be more vendors here. Yeah, it's just pretty. Oh, look at this little this little wall here for the kiddos. That's the thing I like too. They always include the kiddos everywhere here. They always have something for the kiddos. The kiddos are part of society. They're not set to the side. Like, look, this is the information desk here, and then over here they have little scooters and little they even have strollers you can rent out. Yeah, and so it's pretty dope. But yeah, it's pretty. Everything is so pretty. I love it. I love it. Oh, look, and they have the slide for the kiddos. Like I said, oh, more booths. Oh, let's look from this side because I walked past here earlier. The colors are so pretty. Look, you can see the colors really good on this side of this little building here. Again, if I don't know the proper word, please educate me. Don't convict me, please. I'm up for learning. But yeah, it's just so pretty. I love all the colors and the cultural patterns. I just love it. Oh my gosh, today has been another long day. Okay, I went to bed late, so I got up late. But I went to the gym on time. I did not miss my appointment today. To meet with a deal. He's so funny. Let me insert this clip from him right here to remember the form.
What's up, guys? Welcome to our vlog. Okay. So make sure you're only performing with your heels.
Okay.
Right. Put right here.
Uh-huh.
Half toes up, half heels down.
Okay.
And then meeting your chest up, right? Bring your shoulders back, not right there.
Uh-huh.
And then lean forward.
Uh-huh.
And slowly going down. Okay. Open your knees. Align with your heels.
Uh-huh.
Lower, lower, lower. Make sure you go slower than your knees and bring it up slowly up.
Lower than my knees?
Yeah, if you can. If you cannot, then it's okay.
Okay.
Rest it. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Alright?
Okay.
Just to make sure, put on your mind when you're going up, push using your heels only.
Only my heels.
Only
Okay.
your heels.
Okay.
When you're done, reach here,
Okay.
one down, and settle.
Okay. What did you tell me earlier?
Yeah, sorry?
No, what did you tell me earlier?
Perfect.
So he's hilarious. And let's see. After that, I was chilling in the locker room, scrolling my phone. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a shower, and then I'm gonna head it on home. And Dr. Stretch texted me like, hey, are you coming at 4? And it was already 4:06. I was like, oh my gosh, how did I forget? And what it is even though I put it on my calendar, for them, I usually don't look because they send me a text the day before my appointment confirming that I'm coming, right? The next day. And since I didn't get a text today, I literally thought about it earlier today, and I should have just looked at my calendar. But I was like, oh, they haven't sent me a text, so it must be, they must gonna send it to me later today for an appointment tomorrow. They can, oh, it must be Thursday then, since they had sent me a text yesterday. But it was today. And so I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Can I come at 5? Because like I said, it was 4 or 6 at this point, and I still needed to shower. So showered, got over there, had my stretch with Dr. Stretch. It was very painful. I'm having some issues with my shoulder, but they helping me work it out. And after that, I sat down. No, actually, during my stretch session with Dr. Stretch. 1 second. Okay, I had to walk a little because it's already weird or cringe enough filming myself. in public, but it's even more cringe filming myself with people around. So I'm like, I had to walk past the people. um, okay. While I was at the stretch trainer, there was this announcement on the loudspeaker of the mall that said something about like associates code 1000 has been activated. And I was like, whoa, what is that? Like it sounded super official and like super serious, right? There was no blaring alarm, but there was just this announcement over the loudspeaker. It sounded like an um not mechanical, but like automated voice, automated. And so I asked my stretch trainer, like, what does it mean? But I found myself tearing up and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And I literally, out of nowhere, didn't even know I felt this somewhere in my being. But I literally started thinking of like it was a shooter warning of something, right? And I'm like, well, no, if it was that serious, there would be like alarms going off, right? But it just came out of nowhere, and I was like, what is this? Because I haven't been in that situation in the United States, but I've heard about it so many times. People at Walmart get shot up, people at church, somebody comes in there, shoot it up. Like, it's just so many crazy situations. They don't even do guns like that here, but because I've heard about it so much in the States, I'm like, I don't know. It was somewhere in my nervous system I didn't even know. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, or somewhere in my body's memory. I'm just like, this is crazy. Okay. I am finding myself being winded because I got my backpack on me and my laptop's in there and it's heavy. And so usually when I walk home from the mall, it's no problem. But today I'm like trying to walk and talk with this backpack on. I'm out of breath. Like, what is happening? I got you back in my arms again. So satisfied. I got a whole stain on my shirt. Didn't even notice. Okay. Okay. I'm back home. And like I was saying before, my lungs so rudely interrupted me. Yeah. So I had this whole, I don't know what even to call it, but just had these feelings come up about the possibility, the almost not impossible, but highly improbable scenario of there being an active shooter in the mall, right? Don't know where it came from. Like I said, I have not been part of any of those incidents in the United States. I did grow up in a neighborhood that was prone to gang gun violence. So I guess just seeing it always on the news, and I had a few friends who had friends involved, not involved like they were just there or close by. They weren't the actual shooter. So anyway, I say all that to say it just reminds me, remember how we talked before about like how do I know what I don't know? Right? I never imagined that I even had this in me, in my body, in my memory, in my nervous system. I don't know where it's located, but somewhere. And I'm just like, where is this coming from? And how do I know what I don't know? And maybe it's just like through living, just living, right? Things will come up, experiences will trigger a memory or trigger some type of situation that I might have somehow come into my purview at an earlier point, right? So if I'm reading a newspaper, do people read newspapers anymore? Reading an article online, watching a video online, watching the news, right? Those are inputs that are coming into my brain. And then also the experiences, right, of me being somewhere and doing something, those are other inputs coming in. So anyway, it made me think, but shortly thereafter, he told me that the actual code 1000 stood for someone was smoking indoors in the mall and they weren't supposed to be, right? Because they smoke, thank goodness, outside here. I can't imagine if we had it where people smoked indoors. And even most days it's way too hot to be smoking, but I digress. Um, and shortly after he told me what the code stood for, my stress trainer, the automated voice came back on and said code 1000 terminated. And so it took a little bit it took a few more minutes for my nerves to settle. But yeah, I just thought that was such a trippy experience for real. For real, for real, for real. And so after that, I went to dinner. It's a restaurant in the mall called Apricot that I like. And I tried spaghetti with lamb meatballs, which was different. It was good. It was really good. And I had some cake. Their carrot cake is really good. And they have like this, what do they call it? They have this sauce on, I haven't put it on the side. It's a cream sauce, but they don't call it cream sauce. They call it custard. They call it custard. So sugar to put on top of the sugar of the cake. Sugar on top of sugar. But I had that and it was delicious. And then I walked back home. And so, that when I started talking to you, I was walking outside, walking back home. And now that I'm here, yeah, I'm about to, well, it's 9 p.m. So I'm about to get back to some work I was supposed to finish earlier today. And I got some packages in. So remind me tomorrow to show you what I got. Okay. Because it took me forever to order some things, but I finally ordered them. Like things I told you I was going to order before a while, probably like a month ago. At least a month ago, if not a month and a half ago. Finally got them in. So remind me and I'll show you those tomorrow. And I'll talk to you later, boo. Ciao.